Hi everyone, it's Christy here, and I'm here today with a project life process video for this layout that's from May 16th to the 22nd. And this week was a kind of boring week, but we did do some fun stuff. On the weekend, we went to the circus, so on the right-hand side of the layout, which I'm working on right now, you will see lots of photos from our trip to the circus. So a while back, and I'm not sure which kit exactly, Studio Calico had a kit, maybe it's called Fairground, and it had a lot of like circus and carnival typed themed embellishments. And so when I subscribed to them, I also received the 4x6 paper pad, and that's where that paper on the bottom right hand corner is from. So it just says things like popcorn, candy, carnival, all that kind of stuff. So I thought it was perfect to use on a layout for the circus. And then there's some other kind of themed cards and such throughout the layout. I really loved the colors in that patterned card, the 3x4 there. So lots of ice creams and cupcakes and donuts and cookies and things like that. So I thought it was pretty cute to pair that with the circusy carnival embellishments that I had. And so I just layered on top this 3x4 card that's kind of a grid pattern to place my alphas. And those alphas are from Fancy Pants, and they came in a Gossamer Blue kit, I think maybe back in January, and I absolutely love them. They're hard to use, a little bit hard to use in Project Life just because of the size, but I absolutely love the colors and the designs in the font themselves. So I spelled the word May. I did hunt through and find the numbers that I needed, but it was just, like I said, a little bit too big. So I decided to bring out these alphas from Studio Calico, which have a lot of numbers on them, so they're pretty perfect. And then I added doily and this flare badge from Fancy Pants as well. So I just layer that up and it's pretty much done. I went into this layout wanting to do some sewing. So that was my goal, I guess, in doing this layout. I wanted to do some stitching on some of the cards. And so knowing that, I keep it pretty simple with my embellishments. So I'm going to go and stitch on the word May, and I'm going to do all my stitching after the layout's done and off camera, because nobody needs to see me figure out how to rethread a bobbin, and oh my gosh, it was a little bit of a mess. Anyway, so now I'm just on this little bit of a filler card. I wanted a lot of the pattern to keep showing, so I just use these alphas that are from the Little U Crate Paper Boy collection and just spell out the word circus. And now I'm just going through, and I had these wood veneer from Pink Fresh Studios that had the perfect kind of baby blue as well, but they had a little bit of gold on the wood veneer. So I decided to bring in some gold labels throughout just to kind of tie it together. Um, there's like such a mishmash of embellishments on this layout that it's really kind of miraculous to me that I was able to pull it off. So we have gold, we have wood veneer, we have flare, we have two different alphas, we have this tool that I pulled out of somewhere and decided to use, and then we have the stitching. So there's a lot going on, but I really do like the way it turns out. So I got this tool from a Studio Calico like grab bag or grab box, and when I first got it, I'm like, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to use this. But I just kind of layered it in behind. I liked the pink, the subtle bit of pink that it brought in, and I use it on both sides of the layout, so that makes me happy. So just bringing in some of these tags, or sorry, labels with the gold foil. Those are from Michaels, and they're really great for like December daily would be something that I would use those for normally, but I wasn't able to find any labels in my stash with the colors that I wanted, so I didn't have any pink or blue or yellow, so I decided to bring in the gold. And I just write the word yum using those crepe paper alphas again. And I wanted to bring in some pink because a lot of the embellishments that I'd used so far were like this baby blue. So I found these like tiny word strips or phrases from Studio Calico. And this one I have on here. It says can't stop, won't stop. And it's a photo of my husband and daughter eating cotton candy. Like myself, my daughter is a bit of a sweet tooth and loves all things that are bad for her. So she like was obsessed with this cotton candy. And because I added that tiny word strip there on that photo, I needed to bring it throughout the layout, so I decided to add this amazing, ridiculously amazing little strip there, and I'm going to do a little bit of sewing on that a little bit later as well. And I think that's pretty much it for this side of the layout. I'm just going to add some of these enamel shapes to my title card just to bring in some more color and more interest and things like that. But other than that, I don't do a lot of embellishing. I didn't even go through my ephemera for this layout. Like, that's how I knew in advance how simple I wanted this to be. So I'm just adding some date stamps now. Like I said, a lot of this was just from the one day, so not too many date stamps. And then that photo in the bottom left is just of my daughter's favorite stuffy. And so he finally got a wash. So this is actually a photo of the bunny in the in the dryer. And I opened up the dryer and it was like staring out at me, so I just took a quick picture. And the journaling just talks about how obsessed she is with her baby, she calls it. And yeah, just wanted to kind of tell that story. Alrighty, so we're on the left hand side, and I had picked out some more 4x6 paper from the paper pad just to bring in some more colors and things. So I matched two more photos for this layout. This is a Studio Calico card with some cotton candy that I decided to fussy cut and just use as an embellishment. And then I have two Instax photos up in the top left that are from a birthday party that I attended that was for a coworker. So I really need to remember to use my Instax a little bit more. I think I don't use it because I'm so cheap, and it costs like $1 to print each photo. But yeah, I knew that the photos I had for this event weren't the best quality, I guess. So I decided to print them on the Instax just because I definitely knew that I wanted to include the story of the birthday, but I didn't want the poor quality photos to take up of too much room or too much of the focus on the layout. Alright, so I'm just adding some more labels and more of these alphas and writing out the word smile. That's a photo of my mom and my daughter at a restaurant. And now I'm up to this Instax card. So I'm bringing in another wood veneer. And this one says, I have no idea, I can't see it. Uh, anyways, and I'm bringing in some more tulle just to layer in behind this one Instax and to bring it into the side of the layout. So I'm using my tiny attacher to place that down and just fluffing it up a little bit. On this for this birthday party, we went to this place called the Locked Room, which I've wanted to go to forever. So essentially, they lock you in a room that has a theme and lots of little puzzles and things to sort out, and you have to figure out how to escape the room by solving combination locks, finding keys, just finding clues throughout the room. And we were so close to escaping, but we just needed probably like 5 extra minutes. But yeah, we needed one clue also. But yeah, it was so much fun. And the ladies that I went with were hilarious, and we made such a good team. We all worked together really well, and no one was really overpowering the the party, I guess. So there's just a group photo of us, and then a photo of the birthday girl with her birthday treat. Alrighty, so I'm using these giant alphas again just to spell out the word us, and then a tiny word strip that says I love us or I like us. And just attaching down the cotton candy little piece and figuring out what I want to do for the rest of that card. There's this happy enamel piece that I really like, just that it brings in some more yellow, and so I add that to this photo of my daughter, and then the tiny word strip says doodles, so it says happy doodles, which is super cute. I don't know why that's so cute to me, but it's a photo of my daughter that I snapped when she decided that she would just kind of hang out on the floor and do her coloring and stuff, which was super adorable. And in true Nora fashion, her tongue is sticking out, and she gets that from her father. But yeah, so I just wanted to add a little bit of journaling there. Wanted to bring in another flare badge, so I add this floral one on top. It's kind of a random card, but I do some more stitching on there, and I like the way it looks. Just adding my date stamps now. Um, yeah, looking through to see if there's any more tiny word strips to add, but a lot of them are really tiny and the phrases just don't fit, so I decide not to. And just doing my journaling. This card, it says reasons to be happy, so I just use it as kind of a recap for the week, talking about what's happening in the photos and that sort of thing. And now I'm just looking at both sides of the layout and just making sure everything's balanced, and decide to add another one of these enamel phrases that say dreams. It really has nothing to do with the photo, but I liked how both phrases were yellow and kind of created a nice balance on both sides. So that's it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.